I have a story for you guys. This is probably the most bizarre thing that's ever happened to me as a parent. And I am not over exaggerating. Like, this has never happened to me before. And I want, I still can't believe it happened. I was going to share it last night. And then I was like, no, sleep on it and whatever. I was actually pissed last night. But I slept on it, and I'm like, I'm gonna still share it because it's so bizarre, like bizarro. But I'll just leave out the name of the restaurant. So, some friends, like, this is the year of birthdays. This is the month, like, there's so many freaking birthday celebrations and stuff. Anyways, we're going to meet at this restaurant. Our friends are already there with our kids. I have my boys, but the other kids are there at the restaurant waiting for us. And it's 7:30 at night, and it's a family friendly restaurant. Okay. Keep that in mind. It's very family friendly. So we get to the restaurant, and there's like this booth, this long side of a booth, and all the other chairs are on the other side, and they're all full. So I tell my boys, go into the very far side of the booth, and then I'll sit in there with them, and then everyone else can pile in, whoever else is sitting on our side. And already they're like, well, we don't get to sit next to so-and-so, and I don't want to sit. Like, it's just like there's a lot going on, and there's balloons being thrown in the air, and like, so we're sitting there for just a couple minutes, and the waiter comes over to take our order, and he goes around the table, and he's like getting everyone's order. And he's about ready to like walk off, and one of my boys hits their brother. I don't know what was going on that side. There was a lot happening, but he just like smacked him. And the waiter loses it. So we're over here. There's all these people over here. They're looking this way. Me and my friend and our kids were looking that way at the waiter. And the waiter sees my son hit the other boy, and he goes, my other son, and he goes, hey, there's no hitting in this restaurant. I will not bring you food. You apologize right now. The shock and awe on all of our faces. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, wait, is he joking? Like, because I was like, for a second, I was like, maybe he's joking, but he didn't stop. And my son gets terribly embarrassed. And like, there was tables all around the restaurant that just stopped and looked at all of us. Like, I'm just like looking around like, what the fuck just happened? And so my son like hides his face in my arm, and he was like, starts crying, and the guy would not let up. He was like, I said apologize. And so now my son is bawling. He's like, this man just yelled at him in a family restaurant, and everyone stops and is looking at him. He is humiliated, like absolutely humiliated. He hides his face in here, and I like didn't know if the guy was joking. Like, I did a laugh, and so my son thought I was laughing at him, and he hits me while he's still bawling. He's like, hits me to like stop. And the waiter sees this and is like, blows up even more, like is so appalled. And I'm like looking at him like, I don't even have a chance to talk to my own son about the situation and like try and calm him down, because the waiter is still standing there. He won't leave the table, and he's like, you need to apologize. I will not bring food to this table until you say you're sorry. And at one point, like, he was crying so hard, and like we were all just silent at the table, and I looked at him and I was like, I got it. Thank you. I got it. And the guy just like awkwardly like walked back, and like, again, the most bizarre thing. So the guy goes, and he like is like 3 feet away from our table now, putting in our order. And I'm looking around, and my son is bawling, and he is so humiliated. He can't bring himself out of it. And I'm like, did that just happen? Are you like, what is happening here? That is so inappropriate. Like, if my kid's being an a-hole, if my friends are around and they like say, hey, knock it off, whatever, totally fine. But as someone like he has no idea who he is, to like try to control the situation like that and make everyone stop and everyone's looking at him, like, that is not going to help the situation. I know my son best, and there was no recovering from it then. I'm like, bro, this is an 8-year-old little boy, and he never wants to go back to this restaurant ever again. He was so humiliated. Anyway, he couldn't recover, and I felt so bad for him. I just felt bad for everyone in the situation, because I'm like, this is a birthday party too. Like, what the hell? So I swooped him up, and we left. Like, I told Andy, I just texted him, I'm like, will you bring something home for him for dinner? Because he was so sad. It's like, yes, if your child is being a turd in a restaurant, the parent needs to handle it. But like, literally had just gotten there. I didn't even have a chance to like get a hold of the situation. You know, like, everyone's excited to see their friends, blah, blah, blah. Emotions are high. It's a restaurant, you know, overstimulation, all the things. I just could not believe that happened. I texted my friend after like everyone went home and stuff, and I was like, can you believe that just happened to me? To us? To my child? Like, am I thinking clearly? Like, was that wrong? I came back down to the Airbnb to hopefully finish the wallpaper in that other room. But since I'm here, I wanted to share what this looks like in a video format. So the question when I posted the video, or not the video, but the pictures the other day, was if I should wallpaper up here. So it would be just this chunk and then that little corner over there. But still contemplating. I have a piece of artwork going here, and then a large piece of artwork going here. This room has the bathroom attached to it. We installed a TV. We got this cabinet in. This is from Wayfair. This has like a little charging station in here. And I got curtains for this window, which the kids are hopping in the hot tub right now. A lot of you mentioned putting a rug underneath the beds, and in my own home, I absolutely would, but in here, I just don't want there to be an extra layer of things that need to be cleaned or replaced. So I just didn't think it was as important in an Airbnb. But in my own home, if I had carpet, you betcha. I think it would be really beautiful to do a colorful rug underneath the bed. There's nothing behind these curtains. This is just to add like warmth and texture, just to give it like a really cozy vibe. And then the bathroom. I really don't have major plans for this bathroom. I did install this beautiful sink and mirror. These are both from Signature Hardware. And then there's tons of space back here. Yeah, so this is considered the primary, the bedroom, and then this room I'm still going to be working on. This is the get ready with me room. I have this big Hollywood mirror that I'm going to put on the wall, and I'm wallpapering the inside of here and a desk. So this will be like a place to do their makeup, get ready for the day. And then in relation to one of the other bedrooms, you step down these 2 stairs and into the laundry room area and the back bedroom. So this is what I have to finish today. The other half of the wall, or the entire room, actually. These crazy kids.